You know that feeling. You see something online, maybe a new pair of sneakers, a kitchen gadget, or the latest tech. Your heart beats faster, you start picturing your life with it, and suddenly it's in your cart, credit card details entered, and boom, confirmation email. But here's the kicker, most of the time you didn't even really want it. And a week later, it's collecting dust, or worse, you forgot you even bought it. So I decided to change one small habit. I started waiting 24 hours before every small purchase and 30 days before any bigger one. What happened next completely changed my relationship with money, and I'm going to show you exactly how this simple rule saved me from hundreds of unnecessary purchases, how much I actually saved in 1 month, and why this might be the easiest budgeting trick you will ever use. Let's get into it. We live in a world where everything is designed to make us buy instantly. One-click checkouts, same-day delivery, limited time offers. And don't even get me started on Instagram ads that seem to know what I want before I do. In my case, I wasn't overspending on luxury items. It was small stuff. $5 here, $15 there. But those micro purchases add up. I checked my bank statement at the end of the month and I spent hundreds of dollars I couldn't even remember. And here's the part that really hit me. I didn't regret the big purchases. I regretted the impulsive ones. I realized something needed to change. So I came across this idea called the 24-hour rule and eventually turned it into a full system. Here's how it works. If something costs less than $100, I wait 24 hours before buying it. If it costs more than 100, I wait 30 days. And during that waiting period, I'm not just ignoring it. I actually write it down, either in my notes app or on paper, and revisit the item later. You would be shocked how many times the urge disappears, like magic. Let me show you what happened the first month I tried this. In the first 30 days, I wrote down 17 things I wanted to buy. Here's a quick breakdown. $35 t-shirt, $75 shoes, $19 phone case, $12 reusable water bottle even though I already have one, and 38 digital course on productivity, and a few other random things. By the end of the waiting period, I still wanted 3 out of the 17 items. I completely forgot about 9 of them and 5 just didn't feel necessary anymore. I only bought 2 things. The new shoes because I really deserved it and I really needed them. And a better phone case after the 24-hour window. Everything else saved. Total saved that month around $300. And honestly, I didn't even feel like a sacrifice, just more control. So why does this simple trick work so well? Here's what's really happening. Impulse versus intention. When we want to buy something on the spot, it's almost always emotional. The 24-hour or 30-day pause gives the logical part of your brain time to catch up. If you still want it later, that's usually its sign it's actually worth considering. And second is mental thing. When you start writing purchases down instead of buying them immediately, you are decluttering your brain and your wallet at the same time. You are not saying no, you are saying not yet. Another thing is dopamine shift. Buying something gives us a quick dopamine hit. But when you delay the purchase and finally decide it's worth it, the satisfaction is even stronger and longer lasting. It flips your brain from reactive consumer to intentional investor. And now you might be wondering, what do I do during those 24 hours or 30 days? Great question. Here's my process. Step 1. Write it down. I add the item to a note titled stuff I want to buy. I include the price, why I want it, and the date I added it. Step 2 is to set a reminder. I will set a reminder on my phone, either for the next day or for 30 days later. That way I don't forget to revisit it. Step 3. Ask 3 questions. When the reminder pops up, I ask myself, do I still really want it? Will I still be using this 6 months from now? And would I rather have this or put that money into my ETF portfolio? You will be surprised how often that last question changes everything. Let's do a quick thought experiment. If you skip just one $50 impulse buy per week, that's $200 a month. Invested into the S&P 500 ETF with an average return of 10% per year, in 10 years, $41,377. In 20 years, $137,019. That's what your old sneakers and gadgets could have turned into. Your future self would 100% want that more than a water bottle. That's why I now think of each purchase as a trade. It's not, can I afford it? It's, is this worth more than owning a piece of the market? Most of the time, the answer is no. And you might be thinking, come on, do I really have to wait 24 hours to buy socks? No, of course not. I'm not a robot. This rule isn't about punishing yourself. It's about putting a tiny pause between want and action. If something's urgent, like a replacement for something broken, you can be flexible, but most purchases aren't urgent. They are just tempting. This isn't about deprivation, it's about retraining your decision-making muscle. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. Here's how to get started today. Set your own limits. Maybe for you it's $50 24 hours and $200 30 days. Customize it to your income level. Create a buy later list. Start a list on your phone or in Notion. Keep it simple. Stick to it for 2 weeks. Try it just for 14 days and track how many things you don't buy. You will be amazed. Track your saved money. Each time you skip a purchase, move that amount into a separate savings account or ETF and watch it grow. And what changed to me after 3 months? After 3 months of doing this consistently, here's what's changed. I became way more mindful about my spending. I stopped buying stuff that didn't really add value. I started appreciating the things I did buy more, and I saved about $900 without changing my income. That's when it really clicked for me. It's not about cutting back, it's about buying better. The 24-30 rule might sound too simple to work, but that's exactly why it does work. It creates just enough space between you and your impulse. It's the pause button you didn't know you needed. And over time, it shifts your identity from someone who spends without thinking to someone who makes every dollar count. So if you want a low effort way to spend less, save more, and feel way more in control of your finances, give it a shot. One day at a time. One purchase at a time. If you found this helpful, you will definitely want to check my other video where I tracked every dollar I spent for 30 days. It will show you exactly where your money is secretly disappearing. And if you are on a journey to take control of your finances, consider subscribing because I share practical tools like this every single week. Until next time, pause, reflect, and spend on purpose.